Speaking of the mark of the beast time and wondering when the time will start, it says, if they desired to be taught, God would teach them in a time of need when. That's our question. When to sell and how much to sell. Now, that's a wonderful promise, isn't it? If you have a few assets, and you want to use them for the Lord's, but you need them right now, but you know they're going to be worthless when the mark of the beast time starts, so you want to time it. Did you know God can actually help you with that? He can help you time. He may not say, well, he might actually, I don't know. He might not come directly to you and say, it's November 5, 2020. He may not do that, but he can tell you when to sell and how much to sell, how much to keep, how much to sell. This is a pretty important thing. This is something you want God to lead you in, amen? You want God's leading in this. The goal is to liquidate everything you have just before the mark of the beast time starts. Wouldn't that be nice? That should be your goal. Use it or lose it, part 4, we'll talk all about that. Another person asked, what about soul winning? Can I win souls during the mark of the beast time? What do you think, friends? Absolutely. This is what the mark of the beast time is all about. It's decision time, right? This is gathering separating the sheep from the goats. This is the time. It's the latter rain is poured out, which brings about the loud cry, which produces the shaking, and but you thought for sure we're going to be loyal to God, are going to be shaken out of the church, but many are shaken back in and replace those people that are shaken out. This is decision time. The mark of the beast time, it says your final decision time. And it's just rapidly marshaling everybody into one of two camps so Jesus can come. And so that's what's going to happen. It's decision time. Now, there may be many people who have heard a message from the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and they heard a message about the mark of the beast. We told you the Antichrist is the Pope, and Sunday is his mark. We've told you that. Many people have heard this, but didn't believe it. Has anyone ever had a Bible study where someone didn't believe you? Yeah. They just didn't believe you. Well, that happens all the time. But did you know those seeds that you plant, if you told somebody about the mark of the beast, who the beast is, and all that stuff, you know it's true, they don't believe it. But guess what? When these things come to pass, they're going to look back and say, you know what? There's a seed in my heart. Somebody told me somewhere about this, and by cracky, they're right. And so that was my grandfather. My dad became a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. He went from being just a worldly nothing, and then all of a sudden he met my mother, was converted, and became an Adventist, and he learned about the mark of the beast. He went to share it with my grandpa. My grandpa told him, you know what, that sounds so far-fetched, so fantastic, that'll never happen. That Pope, that'll, in our country, Sunday laws never happen because of our First Amendment. Separation of church and state, he said, that'll never happen. But he said, listen, son, if it does come true, if I see these things happening that you've said they're going to happen, then I'll believe, and then I'll know it's true. And Dad said, fair enough. That sounds fair enough. And so many people are going to be in that boat where they'll remember the seeds that were sown, and they'll remember. That's why it's urgent for us to be preaching the message now. And so here we are with very little time left before Jesus comes, and it's time to get on the horse and start preaching the third angel's message. So we don't have a lot of time.